If you know it's time to start or restart your weight loss journey, yet you're overwhelmed by all of the things that you have to do to prepare, stick around because I'm going to share with you some very simple tips of things that I would do if I had to restart my own 90-pound weight loss journey. And not only am I going to share with you the things that I would do the same or do differently on a new weight loss journey, I'm actually going to show you because I'm starting a new weight loss journey to lose about 15 pounds so that I can then build back some lean muscle. Now, if you're new here, I'm Ursula. I lost 70 pounds in 9 months and 90 pounds overall. I had a tummy tuck after losing the first 70 pounds. But now I'm at a place where I really need to focus on losing more body fat. And so I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing to restart this weight loss journey. The first thing that I would do to restart my weight loss journey is I would take measurements. Now, I didn't take measurements when I started my weight loss journey before. I went to the doctor on a Wednesday and got scolded and started my weight loss journey on a Thursday. Woke up and went. Didn't take any measurements whatsoever. And in hindsight, I really wish I would have stopped to take measurements. Now, yes, I went on to lose 90 pounds and the scale tells me that, but I can't tell you how many inches I actually lost because I took no measurements whatsoever. So this time around, I am starting this 15-pound weight loss journey by taking measurements. And I'm taking measurements of my neck and my shoulders, my biceps, my upper torso, my lower torso, my buttocks, and then both thighs. Because more so than losing 15 pounds, I actually want to lose fat. So I want to see exactly how many inches I lose in this process. And so I started off my new journey by taking measurements with the measuring tape. Another thing that I would do differently is on my day one, I would actually get on the scale and find out not only how much I weighed, but also my body fat percentage as well. And I would actually track more closely my body fat percentage because to me, when you're trying to lose weight, what you're actually trying to lose is body fat. When I started my weight loss journey on day one, I didn't even get on the scale. I was so frustrated. I was so upset with myself because I knew how I had gotten here by not eating the way that I should have eaten. I knew how to get back to a healthy body weight, eliminating a lot of the things that I was eating that wasn't good for me. Yet it took me going to the doctor the day before and getting scolded for it to take action. So I was just so frustrated. I was like, you know what? I have been a daily scale weigher forever. The scale has not been my friend. I'm going to do something differently and I'm going to stay off the scale. And so day one of my weight loss journey, I didn't even weigh myself. The starting weight that I used for my 90-pound weight loss actually came from the weight that I was the day before in the doctor's office. But I'm so excited because this time around on this mini weight loss journey, I'm actually starting it with a brand new Renpho Morphoscan Nova body composition scale. And again, more importantly than just taking my weight, it actually also gives you 24 body composition metrics, including things like muscle percentage, skeletal percentage, body fat mass, body fat percentage, muscle mass, subcutaneous fat, fat-free muscle mass, optimal weight, waist to hip ratio. It also allows you to track 4 different body goal metrics, things like target weight, weight control, muscle control, and fat control. Now, it can sound a little intimidating with all of the things that this scale actually does, but I was pleasantly surprised because I opened the box and pulled it out and I was up and using the scale within about 5 minutes. And it was just relatively easy to use. Now, I've used Renpho scales in the past. In fact, it's the scale that I actually use. I have 2 of them in my house and I've used them for years. So I love how their scales actually Bluetooth pair with an app on your phone. And so within a few minutes of getting the scale out of the box, I had downloaded the new Renpho Health app. I was able to find my body fat percentage because that is truly what I'm interested in and what I'm tracking for this new mini weight loss journey that I'm on. But I really love this new updated version of the scale. It has this quick start guide with just a few set of instructions on how to get your accurate measurements. It has a voice-over broadcast. It's really comfortable. I set it on a flat surface, pulled up the handlebars, held them at about a 45-degree angle, made sure that my fingers were on the sensors, and I was good to go. And then all of my measurements automatically registered on the app for tracking purposes. So I'll continue to use this scale about once a week to track my progress. I am really interested in decreasing my body fat percentage. And so I love the fact that this new version of their scale not only tells you that, but also gives you other body composition metrics as well. Now, if you want to check out more on this Renpho Morphoscan Nova body composition scale, I'll leave a link in the video description. And thank you to Renpho for upgrading my scale and helping me to kickstart my new weight loss journey with body composition metrics that I need in order to be successful. So now that I have my measurements, I'm going to plug them into the TDEE calculator, and I use the calculator at tdeecalculator.net. It asks you for some basic information, things like your height, your weight, your activity level, as well as your body fat percentage if you know it. You plug in this information and then you click on the cutting tab if your goal is to burn fat. It'll give you options for low carb, moderate carb, and high carb. Now, this is the optimal mix of calorie deficit as well as macro targets for whatever goal you gave to the calculator. So I typically will follow the moderate carb level simply because I not only run, but I also strength train. And you really have to fuel those workouts. Some people think that you have to eat less and exercise more, but the fact of the matter is, if you're exercising through your weight loss journey, you have to fuel those workouts. Eating less and exercising more only sends your body into starvation mode. You have to fuel those workouts by eating. So I will use the information on the moderate carb tab, and that is what I follow. Those will be my protein targets, my carb targets, and my fat targets through the course of my weight loss journey. And before I forget, I'm gonna leave a copy of this checklist in the video description. So if you wanna grab a copy of this checklist and follow along as you start or restart your own weight loss journey, click on the link in the video description and download that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is take that information and go over to MyFitnessPal. I'm gonna use the app on my phone, and I'm gonna plug those targets into the goals section on MyFitnessPal. Now, the most important target here is going to be the protein target. And the reason why protein is so important is it helps to keep you full longer. If you are full, then you're not craving food as much throughout the day. You're not prone to snacking. And a lot of times it's the snacking on our weight loss journey that throws us out of the calorie deficit and keeps us from losing weight. And so you really want to be sure you're hitting your protein target. And the way that I do that on my weight loss journey, and this was actually something that I did on my prior weight loss journey that helped me to be successful. And that was simply tracking what I ate every day, making sure that I hit the protein target. And it really wasn't that difficult. You know, people will hear, oh my gosh, I gotta track calories or I gotta track my macro targets. But in reality, all I do is once I eat something, I log it in, and then I just make sure that throughout the course of the day, I am on track for hitting that protein target. And if I am eating the right types of food and I am staying on track with hitting that protein target, I typically almost always end up hitting the other macro targets as well, just by default. So really, the only thing that I tend to track is protein. And that was what helped me to be successful on my last weight loss journey. And I'm going to use that same process on this weight loss journey to help me get rid of this 15 pounds of fat so that I can build back some muscle. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do in restarting my weight loss journey again is I'm going to sit down and I'm really going to plan out my workout. Now, in my original weight loss journey, I decided to walk twice a day for 45 minutes each time. I had to do 2 workouts a day for 75 days. And I knew that I couldn't keep up with high intensity workouts twice a day for 75 days. So I just chose to walk. It turned out to be really easy, really convenient. I could do it anywhere. And it's a great overall body exercise. I looked up after the first 75 days and I had lost 30 pounds. And that was just simply walking twice a day for 45 minutes each time. Now, after the first 75 days, I decided to incorporate strength training into my routine, and that was just like pouring gasoline on the fire for my fat burning process. I ended up losing a total of 70 pounds in 9 months and 90 pounds overall once I started to incorporate strength training. In fact, I lost so much fat around my belly that after the first 70 pounds lost, I ended up having a tummy tuck to remove that loose skin because it was impacting my workouts. So this time around on my new weight loss journey, I understand the importance of strength training right out of the gate. So I'm going to sit down and I am going to create a schedule where I incorporate not only cardio, but also strength training workouts as well. Now, I'm a runner. I am training for a road race, which means I run 4 days a week. So my cardio is going to be running, but your cardio doesn't have to be running. It could be anything, even walking, because I proved that walking actually works. Then I am also going to strength train 5 to 6 days a week, and I'm following a special program for strength training that ensures that I hit all major muscle groups at least 1 time a week. I am going to sit down and I am going to log out exactly what I'm going to do on my dry erase calendar in my home gym. And I do this so that when I get down there first thing in the morning, because I get up at 4 a.m. to work out, when I get down there, 4 a.m. still sleepy-eyed, there's no guessing about what the workout is. And so I planned it out all on my dry erase calendar so that I know exactly what the next workout is and what I can look forward to in the week for my workouts. Now, my strength training program is actually on my phone, and what I find a lot of times is that when I'm following the strength training program on my phone, I kind of get distracted because I'm having to pick up my phone so much. So what I'm doing now is I'm writing out all of the exercises into an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm also making space for tracking the weights that I'm using so that each week I can show a progression in the amount of weights that I'm lifting. But I am doing this, I'm taking this extra step to create this spreadsheet so that I don't have to rely on using my phone, which typically extends my workout because, again, once I pick up my phone, sometimes I'm getting distracted by other things. But with this, I can just go straight down the Excel spreadsheet. All of the exercises are there, the times, the sets, the reps, and even a space to log in how much weight I'm lifting. And I'm going to be able to look back over these spreadsheets at the end of this weight loss journey and see my progression from week 1 through week 6 or 7 or 8 and be able to demonstrate that I've gotten stronger through this process. So now that I have my workouts planned, it's time for me to plan what I'm going to do for my nutrition. And I've decided, you know what, just do what worked in the past. I used a core meal plan as the basis of my nutrition during my 90-pound weight loss journey. I then took that same core meal plan and incorporated it into my fat loss challenge programs and gave it to other ladies, and they used it with success as well. They were able to drop pounds and drop inches as well. So if I've demonstrated it works for me, I've demonstrated it works for other ladies, why would I not just simply use it again? So I'm going to use this same core meal plan that has a focus on high protein, moderate carbs. It eliminates processed sugars, but it does allow for natural sugar intake. And I'm going to use this cleanish eating approach on this new weight loss journey. And the beauty of it is that I can customize it as I need to in order to hit those macro targets that I inserted into MyFitnessPal. So now that I know what I'm eating on this weight loss journey, I can start to do a little meal prepping and a little meal planning. I went into Sam's Club and I picked up a couple of rotisserie chickens because I'm going to use that chicken as my protein. I also started to cook some sweet potatoes, some eggs. Now in another video, I'll do a full what I eat in a day so that you can see from morning to evening everything that I'm going to eat on this weight loss journey. But one of the reasons why I was so successful on my 90-pound weight loss journey was because I was following a meal plan that actually kept me full. The food tasted good, it was easy to prepare, and then I just started eating the same foods over and over again, just really keeping it simple. A lot of times we get off track on our weight loss journeys because we want to eat a variety of foods and we want different things every day, and then we get stuck in this prep mode that gets overwhelming, and then we just give up. But if you keep it simple, find something that works and follow that day in and day out, that is when the results will come. So I'm going to do what has already been proven to work by following this meal plan and just pretty much keeping it simple throughout the course of this new weight loss journey. And don't forget, if you want a copy of this checklist, click on the link in the video description and download your copy. And I also left the link to the Renfo scale if you're interested in learning more about that. Now, hopefully this video has been helpful to you to not only just simply tell you the things that I would do and do differently on a weight loss journey, but actually show you how I am preparing for my own new weight loss journey. I'm going to continue to blog my progress on this weight loss journey because I want to show you that if you prepare in advance using these tips that I gave you and you actually incorporate them, they actually work. But you have to plan, you have to do the prep up front, and then you have to put the plan in action. So if this video has been helpful to you, take a moment and give it a thumbs up so that other women just like you can find this video and learn what they should be doing as they start or restart their own weight loss journey. And if you haven't joined the Get Fit community yet, take a moment and click on the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of the community. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.